Welcome to the People Chronicles. I'm Jackie Hoffman, and we are joined by Jarrad Minggia. Thank you for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
It's nice to see the face now aside from Facebook. You're like Facebookless Jarrad to me. Tell our listeners and viewers what it is that you want them to learn from your particular story that you're going to share today.
One thing I want everyone to learn is no matter who you are, where you're from, or what you've been through, you can always get on the right path and stay positive and optimistic, and just know that life goes on and you won't be at the bottom forever. If you're struggling, just stay optimistic and just keep working hard.
You're very positive in your views, which I like so much. And we're also going to learn a little bit about you being an artist in the music world, which is neat. But we're going to take you back. I don't know how far you like going down memory lane, but you are a Reading High graduate.
Yes.
And you also played basketball.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, where you lived, how you grew up, and about your family.
Okay. Yes, like I said, I'm born and raised in Reading, Pennsylvania. Went to Reading High School, played basketball up there. I was actually pretty good too, because basketball pretty much ran in my family. Like all my uncles were pretty much stars at Reading High. My uncle Gary Minggia, Daryl Minggia, people like that. So I was pretty much, basketball was in my household from the beginning. I seen all the trophies and plaques from my uncles, and the basketball was in my hand at maybe 3-4 years old, and I lived literally 2 or 3 houses from the Police Athletic League, the PAL. So that was pretty much the only place I was allowed to growing up. So that's where I honed my basketball skills at, and I just put hours and hours into doing that. And Daniel Marshall's my cousin, so around 11th, 12th grade, he was sending me away to tournaments. Like I played against Kobe Bryant, Ron Artest. Well, we know him now as Meta World Peace. I played against people like that, and I actually did really well at those tournaments. And I ended up graduating from Reading High, and I went to RAC for a year and played basketball there too. But that dream never really came to fruition, and I got a little older, and my knees got bad and stuff like that. But basketball, that will forever be my first love, my passion, and that's my baby. I still love it.
Nothing wrong with that. Who was your coach, by the way?
My coach was Pat Tully.
Okay.
Who is now, I believe, the athletic director at Governor Mifflin. Yeah, everything was going good. 11th grade, I got Christmas tournament MVP. And then 12th grade, me and him, we bumped heads a little bit. And I'm not the type to really just, they say when you point the finger at someone, there's 3 pointing back at you. Me and him butt heads, and it was my fault as well as his. But that's what happened my senior year, and things never really worked out for me. I pretty much got benched my senior year. And
it happens.
It hurt me. It hurt me. Like the crowd literally used to chant to put me in the games and stuff. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. I don't really regret it. So I'm still a Red Knight forever.
There you go. Yeah, you jumped right back into that, I'll tell you. And so we're going to go from high school to basketball. How about your family?
My family is awesome. I come from single mom. I got to give her a shout out because her birthday's coming up on Friday. Connie Minggia, I love you, Mom, and happy birthday coming up this Friday. She was a single mom, raised us. My grandparents were alive at the time, too. My grandfather, Cliff Minggia, he was really known around here. Really, really awesome gentleman. My dad, I can't say he was really in my life. I don't really want to get into his story, but he was pretty much, he cared, but he was always locked up, in and out, and stuff like that. So my mom raised us, very strict woman. Obviously, like every other kid, when I was young, I used to think, oh, why is she this mean? But now that I'm older, I'm so glad she was strict on me, because who knows where I would be today. So that's my heart.
That's good. That's another good lesson for young kids that are listening right now.
Yes.
You might not think about that when you're in high school, but as you grow older, mentally and physically, you know how much a mom means to you.
Yes. I had a 10 o'clock curfew in 12th grade. If I got home by 10:02, it was the mean face and for my mom and stuff like that. So she was nice though. She really been supportive of everything I've ever done, and she just been the one that was there when no one really ever believed. Even times where I didn't believe in me, she was always there, and even still to this day. And she hates hip hop, and I'm her biggest fan, so that's awesome. I mean, she's my biggest fan.
Right. That's important. That's very important. So you're a writer and a musician.
Yes.
And did you take part in that when you were in high school, or was that something that happened upon graduation?
Well, with the music and the writing, when I first started doing music, even up to the first 10 years that I was doing it, I always was just assuming I was just a rapper because I enjoyed the music. And also I listened to all genres of music growing up because my mom she always had music playing in my house 24 hours a day, all different genres of music. So I'll hear songs now from her era, and I know them word for word now. And a lot of my friends always looked at me as weird, but I'm like, this is how I was raised. So, but as far as the writing, like, it took maybe like 2 years ago, one of my Facebook friends, who is Cheryl Kelshiner, my second, third grade teacher at Lars Park, and she was telling me, showing me scores of tests and stuff that I used to get in like writing and stuff. So I was like, maybe I always had been just a writer and just a fan of the music, you know? Like, I love hip hop, I love rock and roll, I love all genres of music, but I truly get joy out of writing as compared to me being on the microphone rapping in front of everyone. But I love writing. That's just my, what do they call it? My thing.
You're out.
Yeah.
It is.
So my out and my in, because it's in here. So
now you've gone through some struggles in your life. So maybe that's what you use the art world for, the world of music, the world of writing.
Yes.
So if you could, if you want to, share a little bit of that with us.
Yes. As a lot of people from Reading and Berks County know, I came in this world with 3 brothers, and 2 of them got literally murdered 7 years apart. My older brother, Randy Minggia, he got murdered October 31st, 2002 on Mulberry Street in Reading. He was sitting in the car and just got shot a bunch of times. And at that time, I was living in Hawaii. I took a leap of faith. I have to give my friend a shout out too, my friend Kashif Reyes. He was going to school out there at Chaminade, and life in Reading was just tearing me apart. I couldn't really find a job, and I was just really struggling. So he let me come out there and live with him. The 18th day I could get to Hawaii. Mind you, my older brother was always telling me to get out of here, get out of Reading, because he was real into a more wilder life, like if you want to call it gangster life. So he always told me to get out of here because I was the good guy or whatever, Mr. Play basketball and stuff. So sure enough, I moved to Hawaii, and when I got out there, he called me one day. And it's the first time I ever heard my big brother cry. And he, mind you, he's Mr. Macho guy everybody was afraid of. And he cried and said he was so happy that I left. And I get another call 18 days later, which would have been Halloween, because I moved to Hawaii October 13th. And he got killed October 31st. And that just like rocked my world, because that's my brother. Me and him have the same mom, different dad. So he was always there. And then my little brother, Servi Kato, he got killed 7 years later. And the story with Servi is weird because, I'm starting to get goosebumps. I didn't even find out that I had a little brother in Servi until a couple years before he died, because me and Servi had the same dad, different mother. And he got murdered in Philadelphia. I don't know the exact story of what happened, but I just know something went extremely wrong down there one day. And I was just getting to meet this guy, and he's my brother. And I was like, wow. And we were just starting to hang out, and he had just got old enough to drink. So we went out one night, had a drink, and it just felt good. I'm like, wow, it kind of filled that void momentarily, because my older brother was gone. And between us and everybody, like, I'm going to say it on camera, like, after that happened with my little brother, something mentally changed in me, you know? I don't know if it was paranoia. I don't know what it was, but I stopped like really trusting a lot of people. It became hard for me to trust a lot of people. And my older brother, he got killed like sitting in a car. So now even still to this day, there's times at night where I can't even really sit in a double parked car for too long. And mind you, my reputation is good. I don't have any issues with anyone out here. I've never been that way. But it's just the paranoia of just not knowing. And it's like, I mean, all of us had friends or family members that got killed before, but you know, they say when it hits close to home, it hurts, but when it hits at home, it destroys you. And it really destroyed me when both of them passed away. And I mean, obviously with my music, I had a lot more to talk about, but that was when I started really getting removed from the music and really outgrowing it. Like, I don't even know if I want that, because I start kind of fearing for my life and my family's life, even though I don't make that kind of aggressive gangster music or nothing that would bring that kind of karma to me. It just started really making me think like, wow, I have to do something different here. I don't want to get successful, and my success puts my family in jeopardy, you know? So it's like, I don't know, maybe I am a little, I don't know, maybe it did something to me, but it might have changed me for the better, so who knows?
I'm sure it has, because we're going to talk about the light at the end of the tunnel and why you chose to stay here in Berks County when we come back. Okay. And also I want to find out a little bit more about your music and what you write about. So we're going to be back with Jarrad. I'm Jackie on the People Chronicles.